I am going to say something very controversial. It's backed with facts and professional experience, and we're going to show you how to deal with this issue. Dementia and Alzheimer's are grossly overdiagnosed. There, I said it. Now let me be clear. Dementia and Alzheimer's exist. It is devastating to the individuals and the families who have to deal with this. The people and the organizations that work with it are heroes. However, when I have gone to seminars and conferences, where I always learn a lot of very valuable information, and I ask the question, what do you do about people who are diagnosed who don't have the condition? I have never gotten an answer. There are illnesses and conditions in life that have symptoms that are similar to dementia and Alzheimer's. Too often, when doctors see gray hair, stooped shoulders, they look at the chart and see a birth date that's before 1950, and they're very busy. It can be easy, and it just seems right to them to assume that it's Alzheimer's. John was 45 years old. Very suddenly and recently, his brother and his son both died. His wife had been gravely ill for a while and wasn't doing better. He was depressed. He was having trouble concentrating. He was irritable and had other symptoms. He went to the doctor. She asked him what was going on. She listened to him very carefully. And when he was finished, she said, "John, I'm going to recommend that we put you on an antidepressant briefly while you go into therapy. And here's a list of support groups. Pick one out, and I encourage you to go." That's how it's supposed to happen. But I lied. John wasn't 45. Everything else was true, but John was 85. His daughter came from out of state. They took him to the doctor. She looked at the chart. She asked him 5 questions, 4 of which he got right. She looked at them gravely and said, "John, you have Alzheimer's." Period. End of discussion. They were devastated and they were frightened. Afraid of what was going to happen next, afraid of leaving him alone, they took him and his wife, out of the situation where they'd lived for many years, where they had roots and friends and important things in their lives. When I first met John, I first started to work with him, he was angry, he was depressed, but he was angry, he was difficult to work with. And he was so frightened of what Alzheimer's was going to do to him. John is 90 now. I've worked with him for 4 years, several times a week. I have yet to see him actually have what is called a senior moment. He and I have spent quite a bit of our time working on a project which involves taking parts from his professional career, his family history, and his current interests, and integrating them. When it's finished, it's going to be amazing. However, it took 2 years before one day John looked at me and said, "You know, you've been telling me that I don't have Alzheimer's. I'm beginning to think maybe it's true. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't have Alzheimer's. If you or a loved one are suffering from one of these conditions, I want you to get all the help you need. I want you to get the best care possible. However, if like way too many people, you don't have the condition, I want to make sure that if the doctor tells you you do, that other things are done, other tests are run, assessments are done in a different way. And we're going to teach you how all that can happen. In the next few videos, I'm going to be talking about all of the various illnesses that can look like Alzheimer's because of the similar symptoms, and the living conditions that can make it look like someone has dementia. I hope that you join us. You're going to learn a lot, and better yet, I hope that when you join us, that you participate in the conversation. You have a lot to offer.